And one of the funniest things I saw was they have two cats, and both of them are around like 10 years old. And dude, those cats were huge. Oh my god. So there's an animal shelter. I was looking at the cats that they had. And the oldest cats that stayed at the shelter the longest are two cats that are fat. Both the cats are like chungus, like huge fat cats. And I was like, what the hell? And then on the notes, the two fat cats are actually only able to be adopted if you adopt both of them. So you couldn't get one chungus without the other. But they looked like they were 50 pounds each. Like, they were fat, dude. Like, oh my god. It was impressive. It was impressive. Rebuild your pipes inside the wall. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Makes me wonder, man. How do cats get that fat? Not try to body shame the cats, but you know. It's kind of impressive, man, for them to get that size. They were married? I don't know if they were married. They were just talking about how it's like, oh, they're like been with each other for so long, something like that. And it was like, if you adopt one, you got to take the other one as well. I was like, that's weird, but it is what it is. Oh, the day passed. Oh, God. I'm not paying attention. All right. It's time to just send Gorbash again. We can't wait for him. I mean, we have bathroom water this time. He's just not going to be able to eat. He's going to miss one meal, which isn't going to be too bad. Alright, so we're getting to here. We're going to start clearing this out. And of course, this means moving the blocks. We also want to start mining everything else out, right? So I think we could just do this. Oh, we can't go out from this side. Okay. We need to just start mining everything out. We have deodorizers right here, so I hope it's not going to be too bad for us. Build those two, start letting the tiles drop. Oh man. We actually need to mine that. Alright, so I probably don't need those anymore, so I'll just get rid of this. We'll mine that out just because we can, and then all this free space, more room for activities. So we will have to remove the slime lung from the polluted oxygen, though. Shouldn't be too bad. We have suits already. Do you recommend going straight into Spaced Out for first-time player? Honestly, yeah. Even though the base game is technically slightly easier, it's marginal. So the difficulty increase is not that bad. And I would recommend getting into the Spaced Out DLC as a beginning player, but I would recommend doing the classic start. So what I mean by that is when you're starting off your colony, when you hit the new game button, you're going to have a no sweat and survival mode. No sweat, I would never actually recommend. I would just recommend going straight into the survival. But once you go into survival, it's going to say, would you like to do classic start or a Spaced Out start? Both of them are actually going to be with the DLC and all the new toys. However, the difference is... Ooh, confetti suit? I'm taking that. Alright, someone's going to get the confetti suit today. That's going to be kind of pog. The difference is going to be that your asteroid size. So this is a spaced out asteroid. It's very small. If you play on Classic Start, it's more accommodating for new players, as you could stay in the initial asteroid forever. So this is where my asteroid is. If you play Spaced Out, it's a lot smaller, so you don't have as much room to build. You might need some resources that don't appear on your asteroid. And if you do have resources on your asteroid, if it's not renewable, it's going to run out pretty quickly. which is going to be the main downside of playing spaced out. If you do the classic start, it's going to allow you to stay on your initial asteroid forever, for thousands of cycles. And that allows you to kind of just go at your own pace and not really have to worry about resources running out, because you could just explore a little bit more and find more of that biome. But that's what I would recommend. And the biggest thing is because in the vanilla game, if you try to do rocketry in the vanilla game, I highly do not recommend it, because the rocketry in the vanilla game is really difficult for new players to wrap your head around. It's one of those type of designs that's, because they wanted to be really realistic, it came at a compromise of having bad gameplay. So what would happen was that in order for you to fuel your rocket, it became almost a calculus equation. And the reason behind that is because your rocket fuel, as you have more fuel, you're able to travel longer distances. However, the fuel in and of itself added weight to the rocket, as it does in real life. So you had to balance out how much fuel you had on because of the equation. So the logic was really bad. Basically, if you maxed out your fuel tank with whatever fuel you wanted, and you had the equal amount of oxidizer to allow it to combust in space, you would sometimes be better off not filling it up all the way, because it's less weight overall. And it allows your rocket to travel further with less fuel. So it was like very counterintuitive. And a lot of new players gave up the moment they actually reached space, because of not only that, you had to deal with the meteor showers at the top. So space just became very frustrating, and they didn't want that feature of the game to be just brushed under the rug, because players would basically be playing the game and avoid space and just kind of just build an experiment in the sandbox. And it's like, people were playing that, but they were thinking that more people would probably play it if they had a better experience on this space part. But yeah, because of that, I don't recommend it. Spaced out's going to be better. And of course, the best way to play the game is kind of trial and error. A lot of the times that might put a lot of people away, but the game is designed in a sense where they want you to go into the game, make mistakes, and then learn from it, and then just keep on progressing and progressing and progressing until, you get as far as you can and have fun along the way. But for the most part, if you need help, Teza Padawan, give me any questions that you have. I'll be happy to answer them and explain any of the parts that you may be confused about. But otherwise, have fun. Enjoy the game. Only ask help if you need it, and I'm not going to tell you how you should play the game. Only if you're asking for advice, I will give it. But otherwise, man, have fun with it. Play the way you want. And, dude, make sure oxygen's included. That's going to be one of the first things you're going to want to do. And of course, there's levels to this. So don't rush into anything. Have fun. And experiment all the time. Science is the basis of this game. And science means we have to do a lot of experiments. Wow, okay. So no real incentive to keep playing long term. No, that's only in the vanilla game. That's only in the vanilla game. Okay, this guy's been out for too long. Let's have him go home. But the incentive to play this is a lot of the times trying to conquer some of the more difficult asteroids. And then there's also the printing pod objectives. If you're wondering, this is actually your end game goal list. Clicking on your printing pod, you start with this. It tells you basically the final objectives. And then along the way, you grab achievements right here. That's only if you want to do them, though. Appreciate it. Got you. Got you. Alright, now that the dude's back, CO2 leaves. Okay, so I do this, and then I go like that, and then I go like this, and then I go like that, and then I go like this, and then I have to cut this line. Alright, because of how it is, I might as well have this come out, just so that the gas could come out. And then we're going to have this connect right here. It's gonna look a weird setup like that, but it's because if I were to put the pipes here, it would actually freeze because this is actually very cold. So me going back out is a little bit more beneficial. But while I'm inside the pipes, though, it shouldn't actually cool down by too much. It's not going to be perfect, but it is going to reduce a little bit of the freezing of the CO2. Alright, you guys are not using my bathroom in here, right? Gotta make sure. I hate it when the dupes go inside the rocket just to use the space toilet. They think it's like high tech or something, and keeps wanting to go in to take a dump. If they use dupes, man, doing stuff like that, can't believe it. All right, so we finished the research. That was... Oh, wow, I got jetpack suits. Ah, God, I shouldn't have gotten that. I forgot I was actually researching that from before. So I will probably grab solid shipping, and then we'll grab the research reactor afterwards. We're not going to be building a research reactor just yet. But having the tech's kind of nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're done space scanning. This is completely clear, right? Area complete. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I am on grounded mode. We are grounded. I saw dupes going inside, so I thought that this was what they were doing. I think they were just filling up the plastic or grabbing the databanks. But Eric is right. If you guys ever run into the issue that your dupes are going into your rocket, take a dump. All you got to do is ground the rocket. That's usually going to be the strat of choice. Alright, we're waiting for this to mine out. Wait a second. How the hell are they breaking out? They're standing on the crude oil. What the hell, dude? Y'all see this? They're just standing on the oil? That's not cool, man. I need to move my pump. I gotta move my pump, boys. We're gonna have to put the tiles there, remove the mesh tile, and then move the pump to the bottom and start pumping it out a little bit early. Dude, they're gonna heat up the environment. We could put a door, but that cramps them. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do a horizontal door. That actually works. Wait, who's starving? Come on, Gorbash. Get some food, man. Oh, he's got to take a dump first. He has enough calories. Alright, I wanted to deconstruct these tiles so that we can move the pump over here. Oh, man. That's such a pain. I'm gonna have to plastic trap them. And they're stuck. Oh, man. They don't think be like it is, but it do. It really do be like that sometimes. Alright, so we're gonna have the critter drop off here. And the problem with this is that I have to seal them up. Alright, we'll do it like this. Oh, my doors are gonna break. That's right. Alright, I have to put the door outside. Oh, it's just spilling crude oil. Holy crap. That's crude oil, right? Oh my god. You're causing so many problems. Does critter drop off overheat? It does. Oh, that's so stupid. This is a 86-degree environment. I'll have to make it out of steel temporarily. That kind of sucks. Alright, so we're waiting for this to be built out still. We just gotta wait for everything to be built out. And I want to get Paku soon. Alright, so here is going to be like this, like that. We cut that, we cut this. Cool, cool. Man, alright, so we have to open that, and then I have to plastic trap. Is this not wide enough? The critter trap doesn't fit. Oh, I'm so mad. Hey, Uglarvis with the gift sub to MJ Jacobs. Thanks so much, Uglarvis, for the gift sub. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the support. And of course, enjoy the emotes. D20 Dice ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. Hey, Ghost Rider coming in with the tier 1. Thanks so much, Ghost Rider. Holy crap. Back-to-back subs. I see you guys over there. Welcome to the city, Ghost Rider. Welcome back. Enjoy the emotes, you guys. D20 Dice ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. Y'all know what it is. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much, you guys. Dude, my slicksters are becoming problems. Alright. Oh, no, that doesn't really work. I would have to have a ladder here temporarily. Okay, I have an idea. I need this ladder, though, to be built for this to work. And then what does plastic melt at? 150. Okay, so I'm safe for a little bit. So this is a room. We got to build a tile. And then we got to put critter traps on this tile. And we have to do it one at a time. So this is going to be slicksters. So they're not going to be able to climb up anymore without the pool of oil for them to stand on top of. So we're going to trap them, move them, trap them, move them. One at a time. My god, dude. That's going to be such a pain. I have to do this, though. Make a trap door for them to stand on. I see you over there, legit Roman. Make a trap door for them to stand. I mean, it's not going to change anything, though. It's not like they're going to be able to fall through the trap door. I just need to move the pump to here so that they're not able to stand on the crude oil and then break out. I think if I do that, I'll be fine. I could also put a steel door here so that they could just never climb out anymore. But I think that's bad because they're going to get cramped. Which is why I didn't want to have a door in the first place. I could put a horizontal door, though, to prevent them from climbing up. Unless that's what you were talking about. Putting a trap door here so that they can't climb out. Come on. Someone, is this, that's priority 9. Someone move it, please. Ghost Rider, hope you're doing well. Uglarvis, you too. Thank you guys so much for the support. Hope you guys are having some good Tuesdays, man. Take the snazzy suit so we could upgrade it. Oh, yeah, I got the confetti suit. I gotta do that soon. No one wants to move the slickster, though. Feels bad. What up, Too Legit? What's going on, Main Sin? How are you? Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're having a good Tuesdays. G Money. What's good, G Money? You see my Russell Westbrook signed with my Lakers? They don't think it be like it is, but it do, man. Doing well. Nice, nice. Good to hear that you're doing well. Guys, give me 1 second. My kitty cat wants to come back into the room. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm back. Sorry about that, you guys. We are back. We back. Mamba's here. He's meowing. Y'all know what it is. I'm doing well. Decided to restart my run because of reasons. No worries, man. I restarted a lot when I first started this game. Oh God, Westbrook. We'll just have to eat that last year. Oh man, worst value contract possibly ever. Yep, 100%. Given his age, given his productivity, given his fit, it was just a bad decision all around for my Lakers, man. But they had to try, man. I was pissed when they traded for him. Honestly, I didn't think it was gonna work. But as a fan, you had to just hope for the best. Everyone knew he was done, dude. I think the biggest thing about Westbrook is fit. And I think the biggest thing for Westbrook last year was that he officially got moved out of the superstar category when he got traded to the Lakers. And one of the things I actually noticed was that he was not able to adapt his game to the modern NBA and the rule changes. I think that was the biggest thing. You know, when everyone was talking about, oh, they're not calling offensive fouls anymore, things like that, and they were talking about, oh, James Harden is going to struggle, blah, 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 blah. Russell Westbrook was actually the person that struggled the most when he was not getting the foul calls. Like, he just didn't score anything anymore. He went from being a 30-point per game scorer to like 10 points. It's not that I don't think he could play. I think that for him to play well, he has to have his own team where he's the top dog, and he also has to have everyone around him be young. I think that's the thing about Westbrook. He needs to have his youth, and he suffered from the rule changes about how, you know, certain things aren't being called anymore. What's going on, Geek? I see you over there. How are you? I mean, you call it padding the stats, but I feel like that's just his game. You know, he does what he can. I think that if we don't sign LeBron, my Lakers are going to be not in the finals anytime soon. I think that's just the truth. I think if you don't sign LeBron, you have to sign someone else long term, because AD is not going to be able to do anything by himself. It's going to be the Pelicans all over again. Right? I don't think if anyone says don't sign LeBron, I don't think they really watch basketball. That's just the truth. And they're just really just watching the hot takes. Because, dude, LeBron is a fucking beast. He just needs to get the playoffs. And then, yeah, I don't think AD is going to be able to do anything by himself either. But yeah, LeBron and Russ is not a good fit. I think it's LeBron and Russ. Because it's like AD could probably play well with Russ if it's just them two. Constructing a team with a 38-year-old taking a huge portion of your cap is not the way to win a title. I mean, in most cases, that would be correct. But LeBron is outplaying a lot of other people that are a lot younger. And I would agree with you if it was anyone else. But LeBron doesn't look like he's declining as bad as the other superstars have historically. I think that's the biggest thing people are putting on it. If LeBron is the only one that's that old, I think it's fine. Here's the thing. He has a max, but it's not max. Westbrook is getting easily the biggest salary in our team. I will say that. So it's like, think about it this way. 2 years ago, we won with that old LeBron James. That instead of 38, he was 36. And people were saying the same thing. Hey man, I'm just saying, maybe it's recency bias, but it happened recently. We won a chip. 80 LeBron. It was in the bubble, but they were both productive. It wasn't like AD was carrying the load by himself. I just don't see that as an argument. Saying that, oh, he's old, he's not worth it. It's not like he choked last year. Yeah, but it's not like he choked last year. It's not like he wasn't having a good season. He was in the talks for getting a scoring title. I would say that if the Lakers want to win any time in the next 2 to 3 years, they have to sign LeBron. If they don't, I don't think anyone else is going to want to come to LA. That's just the truth. Unless something happens with the Jazz and they blow it up. Because I don't know if you heard, Rudy Gobert is potentially leaving the Jazz because he cleared his page of all Jazz stuff. And we all know that historically, anytime that happens, it's because they know they're getting traded. Has anyone ever seen an instance where a player clears everything that's affiliated with the team, goes off of their page of Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and then they put it back? I don't think I've ever seen that. In every case, I have seen the situation where, oh, this guy took off all the Lakers stuff from his thing. Oh, he took off all the Wizard stuff from his page. They're getting traded. So there's a lot of talks about Rudy Gobert potentially leaving. So it's like, unless that happens and then my Lakers get Donovan Mitchell, which I don't think it's going to happen, but it's like, it's a long shot. I don't think we're going to win in the next 2 to 3 years. It's not even going to be like a consideration. Like with LeBron, there's talks about potentially being in the finals. But yeah, that's only going to be for the next 2-3 years. LeBron's going to get too old. I'll say like father time's undefeated, right? But there's not going to be a situation where we're going to be able to win without LeBron, because no one else is going to come to LA. I'm thinking long-term rebuild. I don't think you watch the Lakers. When have we ever been in rebuild mode? Never. We have never been a rebuilding team, dude. Never, dude. Dude, we traded everyone. We didn't keep anyone from that rebuild. We were rebuilding with Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball, Larry Nance Jr. We had D'Angelo Russell. We were rebuilding. But what I'm saying is, we're not a rebuilding team. We don't rebuild and develop young talent. We literally just try to draft well and then trade for a superstar. We're not a rebuilding team. A rebuilding team is Golden State. They actually had to rebuild, kept their core, and developed the young talent. That's probably the best example of a team that rebuilt correctly. Because it's like, dude, man, THT is going to be the longest tenured Laker, and no one really likes him from the fan base. I just got to be real, man. If LeBron leaves, THT is going to be the oldest Laker we have. And he's not even able to drink, man. He can't even buy alcohol. He gets carded at the clubs. He's not, but he's going to be the oldest asset we have. And that's just, something to say about how often we keep our young players. We don't. Which is why I don't consider the Lakers a rebuilding team. They're not trying to develop young talent. We have a bad developing, scene, notoriously bad. But yeah, we're gonna have another year of watching the Russell Westbrook show. Man. I guess, yeah, differences in terminology. Rebuild means a few years, few down years of accumulating assets. Shoutouts to the Sacramento Kings, constantly in rebuild for the last 2 decades. I feel bad for them, man. They're still rebuilding. Like, they're talking about how they have a squad. I'm like, nah, man, that's not a squad. I gotta be real, man. Shout out to the Kings. I feel bad for them. Alright, the Rockets there. But yeah, if we lose LeBron, I think our championship window is gone. I think that's just a reality of it. I don't feel bad for them. I remember the 2003 years. Let them languish. Dude, man, how do you feel about that King series? How do you feel about that King series, man? I gotta be real. Was it as crooked as people say it was? Because when that series happened, I was very young still. I wasn't really following basketball to the same degree because I was still going to like middle school. I remember some of the players. Peja, Chris Webber, Doug Christie. Hey, we got his kid now, I think. Max Christie and Scottie Pippen Jr. That's kind of pog, man. We finished crushing, and I'm out of sand again. Oh, God. All right, another 99. Oh, huh. So there's a game that got a lot of calls, shrugged it off, and then when the Lakers got the calls, they were complaining. Okay. I must have missed that, though. Because I don't remember anything detail-wise about the series. I just know that Vlade Divac tipped it out. Ori for 3. Lakers win. That's all I remember. That's all I remember. Big shot Bob nailing the 3 because of a bad tip out from the Kings. That's all I remember about that series, man. It was pretty wild. I'm not gonna lie. I was 11, 14. Dude, I was the same age. I'm 31 right now. I was around the same age at the time. Except I wasn't excited about basketball. Dude, do you know the story about how I really got into Laker fandom? It was the Portland game during the three-peat. And what happened was that I've told the story once before. I was a little kid, so you guys know how it is. If you guys live with siblings, when you're the youngest kid in the group, you get no rights to the TV. And basically what happens is, my older siblings, there were multiple of them, they fought over the television. And I didn't get a chance because I was just the youngest kid. So y'all know how it is, having older siblings. It's going to be like that. Now, what happened was that the Laker game was on, and both of my older brothers wanted to watch the game. And I was like, sure, whatever's. We only had one TV, and I couldn't really do much, so I would just watch with them. And I had my, Legos with me. So I was playing Legos, watching the basketball, and I didn't know what was going on. And I could tell, because tensions were not flared, but it was coming up. What was happening was that my brothers were getting angry. Not that they were angry, but you know, that means my Lakers were losing. So what happened was that I guess that we were down or something, so they were quiet. It was the one during the infamous alley oop dunk. But yeah, what happened was that we were down. I guess they were just watching, and then they were getting hyped because we were coming back, and I didn't know what was going on because I wasn't really paying attention to basketball, so I didn't know the rules or anything. So what happened was that they were getting hyped. They were just in the sofa, hands up, right? And then out of nowhere, you hear the announcer, Kobe to Shaq, and then after the moment he said Shaq, both of my brothers jumped up and was like, yeah, and I was like, I didn't know what was going on. I was jumping around with them. I was like, yeah, what's going on? And they're like, Lakers win, Lakers win. I was like, who the fuck are the Lakers? You got to understand, I wasn't into basketball yet, so it was so hype that I got hype, even though I didn't know what was going on. Because, you know, I was a little kid. Who the fuck are the Lakers? Right? Like, I was being real. I didn't know what was happening. But from that moment on, I was like, I got to check out the basketball stuff. Funny thing is that, you know, you kind of talk about it at school when it happens. And, you know, I found out a lot of my friends were also Laker fans. And I think that was the year we all started playing basketball before school started. So a lot of the times when we get to school like 30 minutes early because I take the school bus. We would have like 30 minutes of free time before, you know, class even starts. So we started bringing up basketball and we started playing on the courts that they had at school. But yeah, that was the day I became a Laker fan for life. The infamous Kobe to Shaq. And we get to witness the three-peat, which was the greatest dynasty in all of basketball. It was Pog, man. It was basically the Jordan moment for the people in the 90s. Kobe was my Jordan, basically. And then later we got older, go to college, saw the back-to-back. Could have been another three-peat, but Boston tore us up that one year. But yeah, for the most part, that's the story of how I became a Laker fan, man. Ah, man, the memories. You started watching the rookie year? See, I saw some of those games because my siblings were fans of it. But the problem was for me was that I didn't really care because of my age and also because I didn't know what was going on. So it's like, I remember some of the games, but it's like I don't remember much detail at all. I just remember seeing Kobe shooting shots. Family was a big fan. Dude, I feel like that happens a lot. Where it's like, family, you know, because they're fans of a team, you become fans of a team. I feel like that's very common. I don't know if that's a bad thing, though. Anyone in chat ever root for, like, another team that your parents didn't root for? It's a weird question, but, no, man. I'm curious. I can actually get rid of this now. Nice. Kobe's rookie year, I was 17. I see you, Ghost Rider. I see you. I see you. Damn, I was young, man. Long time ago. I'm a Niners fan and Giants fan. We live in Oakland, California, so not a huge stretch, but I'm the only one. I see you. I see you. The hometown, man. Gotta root for the hometown. I see you over there. I remember one time. Isn't there also a team called the New York Giants? Is that a different sport? Ender's Game, welcome on in. The kid's in my age and he's in the NBA. Hate that guy, dude. That's what I say about Ben Simmons. This motherfucker getting paid max contract and he doesn't want to pay, he doesn't want to play and he's still getting paid. Yo, man, can I get some of those trickle-down economics down to my pocket, man? That'd be kind of nice. I'm just saying, man. This motherfucker Ben Simmons not even playing. Come on, man. I'll spot up and shoot. I'll probably have the same 3-point percentage as he does. This kid my age, dude. Yeah, that's the Ben Simmons, man. That's Ben Simmons for me. Yeah, the Giants are in the NFL. I see. Dude, I get confused all the time. Not gonna lie, man. The Giants win the Super Bowl. Oh, aren't they in SF? No, that's the other Giants. What? There's 2 Giants? You get confused, man. Sports named in the sport teams. All right. So we're gonna be making, I think, a hatch ranch. It'd be pretty good in this area, I think. So I do want to mine this out and then build that over here. And then, we're still mining this out, but do I want to do a hatch ranch? We have hatches. I don't know if I need to do that. And the only reason why I would do a hatch ranch would be for the coal. I don't really need coal. But it also helps you process dirt. So maybe we don't hatch ranch. We'll just keep a room for hatches. And they will just live their, natural lifestyle. So the SF Giants were the New York Giants for a long time before making the move. Wait, what? Really? But isn't it a different sport? Or are you memeing, dude? Shuten Satsu. Dude, Shuten Satsu? That sounds like the Street Fighter move where Ken Masters spins a couple times. Oh, wait, so it was the New York Giants for both NFL and baseball? Wow, that's kind of cool. That was back in the day, Jackie Robinson days, Brooklyn Giants. Oh, do y'all know about Oscar Gamble? They don't think it be like it is, but it do. That's the guy that said that phrase. He played for the Yankees. He had the big afro. And he was forced to cut it. Damn, dude. Basketball talk. Baseball talk. Oh, man. It's been a long time. Oh, are we not deodorizing that fast enough? Okay, let me get another deodorizer. Alright, the guy's out. Probably bring him back soon. Yeah, we have 1 bubble now. That's potentially breaking. That's not as bad. It sucks, though, that I'm running into that problem. It makes me want to run some hot water through here, man. It really does. So guys, people in chat, I see you guys are a little bit big on sports. Kobe Bryant was my idol growing up. Watched him play basketball, played for LA, that's the home team. You couldn't really be mad about that. So I gotta ask you guys in chat, who was your sports icon? It could have been, Michael Jordan. Very simple. But I'm curious. Who was your icon? And what did he do to solidify that position for you internally? Because even though people talk about, oh, Michael's the best, I still put Kobe up there, man. Kobe's up there. Pudge Rodriguez? Why does he sound like a Dota character? Throwing meat hooks and using the move where he goes, fresh meat. Why is he over there sounding like a Dota character? Mixed with the Oni oxygen machine design. Feels so weird, man. Real name was Ivan. He has a Rodriguez named after him, which is a Oni oxygen machine design. Has a Dota character named after him. What a badass. And he was a catcher? It sounded like he should have been a pitcher, dude. Throwing meat hooks. But yo, what was it though, Cthulhu? What made him stand out for you? Why was he your GOAT? Why was he considered to be your GOAT? Guy Lafleur? Why does that name sound familiar? That name, Guy Lafleur, sounds familiar. What sport was that, Eric? Not really into sports. Saw a shirt with Shaq's face with a big ass print on it. I bought it for the lulz. He's still funny to this day. Shaq's a funny guy. Shaq's an entertainer through and through. I think him going to LA was probably the best thing for him. I think everything was like just perfect for a superstar like Shaq. The ultimate gamer, Pudge Rodriguez. He was pretty good and a little fat like me. Ah, I see. I see you over there, Cthulhu. Guy Lafleur played hockey. Is he sometimes mentioned alongside Wayne Gretzky? For whatever reason, I remember hearing his name sometimes. Hey, T-Mac. T-Mac was nice. Although high school I tried to emulate his game, I thought T-Mac had so much swagger. T-Mac was legit, dude. T-Mac had it all. Except he just got unlucky with some of the injuries. I will have to say that. But he did have it all. And when we say that he had it all, it usually means that skill set. He had everything you wanted. Shout out to T-Mac, though. Yo, basketball players in chat. Where do you guys put T-Mac? All time. Because people talked about how he's comparable to Kobe. Like, same type of build, except Kobe was better with some of his bigs. You know, Shaq versus Yao, basically. And because of that, you know, we were able to win more chips than he was. At the same time, he was never lucky. The thing about T-Mac, though, that I remember all the time, he had a lazy eye. And it would always look like he's like he's looking at you, but he's not looking at you. It's a little bit weird, man. But dude, T-Mac has everything you wanted in a big guard. Handles the ball, clutch, good score, scores from everywhere, can shoot, has a good layup package, handles, play defense. It was, dude, if T-Mac was in today's day and age, he'd probably be like dominating pretty well. All right, my guy Gorbash is struggling. We gotta let him come home. Do you remember T-Mac had a vein? His shoulder. My friend and I tried to get vein too. Lol. Wait, what? Vein? His shoulder? Was that a tattoo? What do you mean, G-Money? He played before Gretzky. Lafleur died a month or so ago, so it might be why you heard. Oh, okay. I remember Guy Lafleur for whatever reason in some conversations. I don't remember the topic, though. I just remember hearing the name. Which is why I'm kind of like confused a little bit. Alright, so my oxygen generation is nice. I feel like I need to make my suit docks a little bit larger because I don't have enough suits like waiting. I'm a little bit worried about that, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to adjust. Now, another thing is all the CO2 is gone. So I could start pumping from here, which means I could cut that, and then I could get rid of all of this. Let's go. Ah, yes. All the carbon dioxide from the bottom of the map. It's going to be taken care of. Let's go. And then we got to start clearing this out. I'm going to remove my automation for this, because I don't think we're going to be able to crush anything anymore. There's no more CO2 into here. I could probably remove that. This is a steel gas vent. Oh, man, I got to remove that. Get some steel back. Oh, and I got to remove this. So this tile, this door. Yep, they're cramped now. Someone laid an egg. So I gotta do that so that I could move my pump into here. Nice. Oh, he had a big vein just popping off of his shoulder. Oh, man. So you guys did a lot of shoulder workouts to try to get that vein, dude? Hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta look cool. Mamba's here. He's I don't know why he's meowing at me. Alright, we're gonna start that setup. Oh, I finished research. Nice. So we'll do it like this so that we could reroute the ethanol. And it looks like I am no longer under. So we'll start the rad bolt research. Oh, it's maxed out. Wow. I don't need data analysis right now. I want to waste it though. So I am going to go for diamond press. And then I'll turn that on. So hopefully they'll start rad bolting. Alright, so now that's there. Power's there. I gotta remove this pump. And then remove that power line. Not bad. This is gonna be critter drop-off for the slicksters. This is deconstructed because I can't do anything with that anymore. And before that kicks on, I will need to sweep a little bit of lumber. So we made the shipping line split, so it's gonna go 50-50. The problem is that I don't think we have enough lumber, so we're going to start sweeping it. That's going to be this floor. Let's go. Start sweeping the lumber if they're bored. Ooh, all the reservoirs are gone. Nice. So we're going to make a makeshift spot for the hatches. I need to make sure they don't accidentally freeze to death, so we need to see their livable range, 30 to 70. This is never going to go to minus 30, even though it is minus 60 up here. So that means I could probably safely put the hatches in this room. So I will. We're going to use probably iron, because I have a lot of iron. And then we'll probably have... Yeah, we'll keep it like that. So here this is... Oh, this is not even 96 tiles. Alright, we have to go all the way out. We have to go all the way out. Ah, what a struggle. That's fine. And then we got that over there. Alright, so we could actually grab this artifact and this artifact. I don't know how I could inspect that, even though I'm not there. And we do have this planetoid, but we can't actually go there yet. Well, we could. I just don't want to. It's not going to be worth it. And I want to start trimming down on the abyssalite right here. We had T-Mag VSH tapes of his game studying his moves. Oh, dude. That's old school, dude. That's old school right there. That's not something that was done unless, you know, you were old school. All right, guys, we're going to D20 to pass away the confetti suit. And we rolled a 2. All right. From the top of the list, Cyberdyne, and then it's Geek. Okay, so Geek gets it. Congratulations, Geek. You get the nice outfit. The confetti suit. And then we have some other ones we could probably upgrade. We have some snazzies waiting for the upgrades. Snazzy. Yo, man, you're going to be walking confetti. Always pog. Alright, so Gorbash should have eaten already. We got another achievement, nice. Well, actually, wait, though. I don't want Gorbash running into some problems. Alright, alright. I showed my age mentioning VHS. Dude, VHS? I remember when you would have to use tracking on the VHS. Do you know what that is, G-Money? You know what tracking is on VHS? So when you're doing VHS, you may sometimes get bad quality. And the only thing you could do is move around your tracking so that the video quality wouldn't go down. And you would have to do that sometimes. You would just go up and down on the tracking line. And then sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it gets really bad. And then there was the... Do you guys ever had the VHS tape cleaner? It's basically a fake VHS tape, but there's a socket for you to drip a cleaning fluid into it. And then you put that into the VHS, and apparently it cleans it or something like that. And it makes it have better quality. I don't know, man. Maybe it was a scam. But me and the fam, we had that, dude. We had the kit. I don't know if it was real, man. VHS and beta tapes, yo, man. Speaking of the old school age, back in the day, man. Is when the tape is stretched or something. OG VSync, Lamo? Yeah, it's OG VSync. Never heard of tracking. Oh, you must have been not that old then, G-Money. You had the cleaner, but you never heard of tracking? That's interesting. My family had a VHS rewinder that was shaped like a car. Yep, I had one of those too. It was cool because you could tap the left headlight and it rewinds. And if you tap the right headlight, it fast forwards. It was weird. I remember that. You hit the middle button and it ejects it. Need to keep the hands clean. I see you guys, man. Dude, that's old school. Man, I'm so old now. Dude, I don't know. When I was a kid, you know what I was really a fan of? Do you guys remember the phones that are rotary style? For whatever reason, rotary phones I thought were badass. The ones where you have to put your finger in the hole and drag it, and then you have to let it reset, and then you put your finger in the hole and drag it again. Like, it was a pain to use, but for whatever reason, I was so entertained by it as a child. I think they're called rotary phones, right? Or am I wrong? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Speaking nonsense over here. My grandma had one. Hey, rotary is right. Nice. I see you over there, Speedy V. Rotary phone. Yes, nice. Yo, man. Feeling old, man. Feels old, man. That's me. My first computer was a Commodore 64. Dude, that's old, man. Yeah, rotary, and it used pulse dialing. Pulse dialing. I have no idea what that is. Anyone have a computer with a turbo button? A computer with a turbo button. Dude, that's old, man. I always wanted to learn how to use phones, but nobody I knew had one. Ah, I see you. Yappers, Uglarvis had the turbo computer. It just sent pulse instead of tones when newer phones came out. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, when we press a button, we hear a pitched sound when we dial in the keypads. Yeah. The same tones we hear in keypads. Yeah, okay. That's what that is. Interesting. I didn't know that. I thought it was more complex, and it was like, oh, whatever we press, they just knew. But it was using sounds like that? That's kind of interesting. Come on, man. Can my dupes build? It literally overclocked the CPU. That sounds pretty cool. Turbo button that actually slowed down the PC, which most people didn't know. Turbo button that slows down. Dude, Jacko and Hyde knows about it too. Is it because it was basically... how do I say this? It's because it was heat throttled, right? You hit the turbo button, computer heats up, slows itself down. That's why 9 took so long to dial. Okay. The first phones with buttons we had at home were faking it by producing fake rotary posts. Oh, wow. That sounds like it's more complicated to build than just making a proper phone. Maybe given what they had at the time, it was cheaper. I remember playing this flight sim game and pushing the turbo button, and it made you fly faster. Oh, man. That sounds like the speed running hot plate glitch. Have you guys seen that? The speedrunning hot plate glitch? There is a video game where if you put the game system on a hot plate and the temperature of the hot plate reaches a certain temperature, it allows you to do a certain glitch in the game. And it was used for speedrunning. Have you guys seen that, man? That stuff is wild. Like, not gonna lie, it's pretty wild, man. That stuff's pretty insane. The phone company didn't support tone dialing yet. Ah, I see, I see. So, yeah. In those type of situations, gotta make do with what you got, I guess. The first computer game I ever played was Age of Empires. The very first game, dude. So all those AoE memes, I kind of remember. The Wololos. And all that. Oh, man. Age of Empires was fun. I don't know why, man. I was a sucker for that as a kid. And then after that, StarCraft. StarCraft 1 came out. And it was the jam, dude. Playing StarCraft on my brother's PC. And then he went to college and I couldn't play anymore. Sad times. I used to play pinball on my dad's work computer when he took me there. Dude, pinball, man. Dude, pinball. What I thought was kind of stupid as a child was how in the pinball you had a button to shake the pinball machine. So I would constantly just shake the pinball machine every time I played. And I didn't know the reason why. And it wasn't until I saw a pinball documentary about how that's a tactic and how that works. And I didn't really understand until I saw the video, man. So I was just a kid mashing buttons. Ever played the original GTA? I have not, actually. I have not. AoE is the reason I love RTS. Yeah, me too. AoE, and I would say StarCraft is my reason I enjoy real-time strategy. But Age of Empires is what got me started. My first game was a DOS game called Wings of Fury. Still haven't beat this game after, and tried again after not so long ago. Oh, wow. Never heard of Wings of Fury. Real OGs know you died of dysentery. Hey, Oregon Trail. That's a long time ago, man. The OG Oregon Trail. I remember playing that at school. We would have a typing class. And I'm not going to lie. We would do typing class, and then after we do typing class, we had United States Geography. So we would literally learn only the 50 states, where they're located, and the capital of each state. After we're done with that, and we get all 50 correct, we get to do whatever we want. And they had Oregon Trail as one of the games. Oh my god, dude. I remember we would try to do that. And we would be like, try to beat it, and none of us could beat it. We would all die to dysentery. Feels bad. I start the RTS by Warcraft. Oh, dude, Warcraft was tough, man. I played Warcraft, but coming from StarCraft, it was mad tough. Because the units are not as expendable in Warcraft. So I didn't have the, oh, I gotta keep everyone alive kind of mentality. So because of that, I would struggle against like NPCs that were like, you know, he gets a healing hero and just healing all his units. And I'm just like, dude, we're just dying. Warcraft was tough, man. Especially when you come from a, oh, I'm just gonna mass Zerglings and Ultralisk and just come in. And it's like, yeah. You can't do that anymore. I like how they try to teach you with Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. I've never played that. Was that an educational game? I've never actually played Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. I've heard of it, but I've never played it. I feel real now. My first video game was Space Invader. And then a few years later, Pac-Man was all the rage. Dude, Space Invader? That's the one where you got the ship, right? And then you have the enemies just moving left and right slowly, and you shoot bullets at them. Dude, I love playing that. There was a series of games like that, Eric, that I was a fan of. Because, so, one of the things was, when I got to middle school, I had to start busing to school. And one of the things was that my bus stop was right in front of a laundromat. At the laundromat, they had an old school game called Raid. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. But basically, you have a aircraft and you fly around the level, and it's natural screen scrolling. And then you just pick up power-ups and you try to just, survive and get through the levels. Dude, me and my friends at that bus stop would try to get there early sometimes to try to play that arcade game. Not gonna lie, man. And there were some times where we're in the middle of the level and the bus is here and we just have to leave. Oh, man. Those airplane games were mad fun, dude. It really was. They snuck in education into a fun game. Hey, man. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. How about the original SimCity and Roller Coaster Tycoon? Dude, I learned about Roller Coaster Tycoon when I was in elementary school. What happened was that I had a friend that had the game. I was like, hey, can I borrow the CD? And they're like, yeah, sure. So I borrowed the game and I played it. Oh my god, it was amazing. Roller Coaster Tycoon was revolutionary. Because it was like, it introduced to me this type of game where it's like, I couldn't put into words why I was having fun as a child. But I was able to build my theme park and it was cool. And I don't know, I just enjoyed it. Something clicked with me with Roller Coaster Tycoon. I didn't get into SimCity until, man, I don't even know how much longer. I think it was... I was in high school, probably, when I first played my first SimCity game. Took me a while before I got to SimCity. First GTA was awesome. Played it at a young age. Been a fan since then. I don't think I'm not a violent psychopath. Dude, yo, man. A lot of that is just narrative they're pushing, man. Don't worry, you're probably fine. You need to understand, I played those in the arcade. That was before personal computers. The only console available was Atari's with, like, games like Pong. Oh, I see you. Those were the days where you actually had to go to the arcade to play the games. Dude, that was old, dude. That's a long time ago. I see you over there, Eric. Yo, man. Hey, man, it is what it is. Nothing wrong with that. It feels bad, though. Because I went to an arcade recently. I say recently. It was 10 years ago. And they're dead, dude. They're dead. There's, like, no one there playing. And I was like, man, what happened to the arcades? Didn't arcades used to be the jam? And it was like, I saw one other guy there. I played some Marvel vs. Capcom against him. He was really good. And I got stomped. Oh, man. But yeah, man. Dude, the arcade life has diminished. There's another one called Theme Park. I don't think I've played that one. I don't think I've played that one. Alright, so we're not really getting much done right now. So I need to make sure I'm progressing while we're chatting, guys. So we're getting the research. We'll probably just go launch right now. And then begin launch sequence. Should be fine. We're going to be moving some of the critters, rearranging them. And I think we're going to change some of the food sources. I think we have a lot of sulfur. 75 tons is not a lot, actually. I watch Stranger Things, and I feel like I'm seeing a documentary of my youth. I hear a lot of good things about Stranger Things. I really do. Like, pretty much, I've been hearing that it's amazing. Now, I haven't seen a single episode of Stranger Things. Would you guys recommend it? Oh my god, designing death coasters? Dude, I always loved doing the water slide with the dinghies, the inflatable tube. And you would literally, because there's no tracking with that, you go down a ramp, and then I just make a short up ramp, and you just get launched, dude. I would do that all the time, Cthulhu. You gotta use the water slide, man. And it was the craziest thing because you're on a dinghy, right? It's inflatable. Somehow, when it crashes, it would explode. And it made no sense because none of that's actually mechanical. That's a rubber tube, dude. Like, how does that blow up? Like it's a freaking Michael Bay movie. There's explosions everywhere, man. All the special effects. It was impressive. It was impressive. It's a good series. Would recommend. Is it only on Netflix? Can I find it anywhere else? Can I watch it for free anywhere? I'm a poor boy, man. Now the thing is that I don't really have a lot of time. But, man, if it's good, is it enjoyable if I don't binge watch it? Because I'm a big binge watcher, where I will spend like 2 to 3 hours watching like 5 to 6 episodes. Because of how it's, a lot of the times it's more enjoyable. And of course, if you get caught by a cliffhanger, you just go one more episode. If you force the mini golf ride to crash, the guest would explode. Wait, what? You could get mini golf to crash? How? How is that possible? If you're sailing, I see Cthulhu. Looks like I'm limited options, huh? Sand Rays, legit, is a GTX 1050 Ti still good? What is the meaning of Ti? The TI is the model number. A lot of the times, the letters right after the graphics card is part of the model. If you know anything about cars, it's similar to how if you buy a Honda Accord or something like that, there's a better version of that same car sometimes. Like you might get the regular Honda, maybe there's the Honda LT, or it just tells you exactly which graphics card you have. Now, is a 1050 good? A 1050 is like, dude, isn't that like 6 to 8 years old? It depends. For the most part, that is a very old graphics card. A 1050 Ti should not be worth more than $150. And honestly, it should be under 100 if you're going to try to get a graphic card like that. Because that is a very old, very cheap card. Just one more. Jacko and Hyde. What was that? I'm sorry. I must have blocked my train of thought. One more? What are we talking about? How come they're not sweeping the cool vest? Yeah, my GPU is old, but I play games that don't use graphics cards. My graphics cards is old, man. That's what I need to upgrade, to be honest. But it's so expensive. It's not about the series, it's about memory size. Most of the time. If you run a 4 gig or a 6 gig, the 6 gig's usually going to outperform regardless of what series the 4 gig's from. Usually. That's how I check it out. Also, yeah, benchmarks are pretty good. I use the Tom's Hardware tier list. That's also pretty good. But typically, overall, I just look at the size of the memory for the GPU a lot of the times. Oh, I gotta speed this up. Okay, so this is 96th house. We'll start moving some hatches over here. So this guy, and that guy. So they all laid their eggs already. Does that mean... Oh, no. They haven't laid their eggs. Ah, okay. So we'll move these guys. There's a lot of hatches over here that I should probably try to move. Alright, alright. So I think that's the only hatch spot. Gotta try to move them out. We're gonna be living in this area. Should be okay. And I think we'll start getting our bedroom set up today. So we're not going to ranch them. We're just going to move them so they have their own space. So that they don't accidentally start eating stuff and giving us coal when we don't need it. Well, the 1000 series do not support RTS. So if you want to play the latest titles in all their glory, you're better waiting for entry level 2000 or 3000 series. Oh, RTX, right? RTX. You're talking about RTX on, Eric? Is that what it is? The ray tracing? But yeah, that is correct. Because I don't play games that require high-end GPU. I play games like City Skylines and Oxygen not included. It's not like I'm playing Call of Duty or anything like that, so I don't have to worry about reflections or anything. Yeah, RTX. Yeah. Okay, okay. That is correct. He is right. 100%. Gotta be weary of which game you're playing. Alright. So, space scanning, moving some of the hatches, cleaning up base. Not gonna be too bad. Yeah, Oni is harder on the CPU, given that it's simulating a lot of stuff. 100% correct. 1, 2. Oh, I could use Abyssalite as my wall. No, I don't want to do that. Because that means that it's going to be too thin. Do you need a beast of a GPU with a big city on City Skylines? No. If you play City Skylines, GPU, my GPU, the 1050 GTX Ti, is never over 30% usage. That's because the game, although you're worried about the graphics, a lot of it because it's in polygons and low poly count items, you're worried more about your CPU because you have to simulate movement on those things. And because you're, simulating on a CPU, it's majority of the load is on your CPU. And you run into that bottleneck before a graphics card bottleneck. So GPU is almost something you could actually neglect. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest. Is only use CPU and RAM more. I have 6 cores, 12 threads. I bought a new desktop for me to play Oni in the late game because I played Oni laptop is unplayable and late game is only 2 core 4 threads, 4 gigs of RAM. When you up your resolution, it will use more GPU. Yeah, but it's like it's outside of that, it's not going to be that much, or it's not going to be variable. So you're usually going to be fine. Now, Oni is going to use CPU more in almost every circumstance. Now, I think Oni has the same issue, but I'm not 100% sure. So, Oni, I believe, is on the Unity engine. I believe that's the case. And I'm not 100% sure if this is supporting multi-threading. I don't know exactly. It might have been changed, but I'm not 100% sure. Does anyone in chat know about that? If multi-thread is supported by this game? I remember reading something like Oni was developed on the Unity engine, and at the time they didn't have multi-threading support, but now they do. Now, because they're using the engine, it's the same engine as the one that has support for it now. It's potential that they have it, but I'm not 100%. Ooh, oh, I don't have sand. I'm taking the sand. Is my hatches eating all my sand? That's actually possible. Nice, 3 of them. 4. 4 is not bad. I'm no expert, but I feel like everything I have seen on Reddit says no multi-threading. Okay. So, yeah, there's a chance, sand rate, that that's the case. Now, if you don't understand what multi-threading means, it usually just means that you're base 2, you're not able to use more than 1 core at a time, and it's not your computer, it's the game. It's basically having a Porsche engine, but everything on your console is for like a Honda. So your card thinks it can't be running that strong, even though it can. Something like that. Yeah, Oni is on Unity, and Unity supports multi-thread, but the game dev needs to implement it, and most of the games do not. Okay. So that is correct. That is correct. It is on Unity. Unity did get the update, but they have not made the change yet. Okay. That's fine. At least now we know. Oh, that's a Sweetle? Nah, I gotta take my hatches. Wait, is that too much? Yeah, that might be too many hatches. Because if they all lay an egg, that's 8 critters exactly. What we could do is just move all the hatches here. And then open the door. Multi-threading is more productivity like OBS or Blender or even Excel. Excel, dude, requires multi-threading. Excel's nice, man. I like Microsoft Excel. I used it so much at work back when I used to be an accountant. You gotta live and die with the Microsoft Excel, man. Alright, so we may just have too many hatches. At the same time, I like having the hatches. Cell's a lot stronger than most people know. You can do a lot of cool stuff on it, 100%. Alright, we're just going to wrangle all the hatches and move them into the room. And then we're going to open it up and let them just kind of chill on the island. I think that has to be the play. How did I get so many hatches, man? What in the world happened? I have a lot of hatches, dude. Holy crap. I could ranch them for food. We use Excel at work, and yeah, it uses multi-thread a lot, and I agree how useful it is. It's nice. Everything hatched? Nah, man, we got some hatch eggs right here. The hatchling has yet to hatch. So not every hatchling has hatched from a hatchling egg. But if a hatchling hatch from a hatchling egg, is it still a hatch? Or is it a hatchling? If a woodchuck could chuck wood, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Is it weird that it feels like singing a tongue twister makes it easier? Is it weird? Because I felt like when I said that just right now, it felt like I was trying to sing it and not so much say the phrase. Is it weird that if I sing a tongue twister, it feels like it's easier to say? Or is there a word for that? Is there a word for that phenomenon? Like, I heard that there's some people in the world that has not a speech impediment, but they sound different when they sing. So when they speak to people, they sound a lot different from how they sound like when they do a lot of singing. Peter Piper picked a pact. What? It's a pack, right? Can you rap it? I am not a rapper. I'm a streamer, baby. She sells seashells by the seashore. Where did Sally come from? Seashells by the seashore, but the laws of supply and demand must hold. How does that song go? I gotta look that up. Have you guys heard that song? Do y'all know that song? I think it goes, she sells seashells on the seashore, but the value of these shells will fall. Due to the laws of supply and demand, no one wants to buy the shells because there's loads in the sand. Step 1, you must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if people think of rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you could find, hide them on an island, stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step 2, you gotta make people think that they want them, really want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influence product placement, feature primetime entertainment. If you got the shells, you're just a waste man. Dude, the first verse was probably the best. Someone made a rap using the basis of the she sells seashells by the seashore. Started talking about economics. It was crazy. And for whatever reason, when Jack Pock talked about, can you rap it? That song came into my head. No one knows what I'm talking about, right? Yo, man. Feels weird, man. No one knows what I'm talking about. Alright, alright. Are all the hatches gone? There's still one right there. And there's some that still need a hatch. Alright, we're just gonna move them in with a dispenser bin. Did it have a robot voice? No. It was an actual rapper rapping it. It was a rap artist. I don't know who it was, though. What's up with these lines? Alright, so that's fine. We're going to move the hatches. We're going to try to extend that. Move the eggs. Sweep only critter egg, hatch egg. And then... Gotta sweep the eggs. We gotta move that last hatch. And then we gotta sweep these eggs. And then once all the eggs are put in, I think we could open this up so they could stop being cramped. And then I'm actually going to check for the eggs. So, hatchling. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all the eggs are here. Nice. I didn't know the dupes studied at Cobra Kai. Yo, man. What's wrong with Cobra Kai? Is Cobra Kai the guys from Dodgeball? Or am I thinking of the wrong movie? The one with Ben Stiller? What's the other guy's name? No, that's the Purple Cobras. Damn it, man. That's the wrong movie. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about? With Ben Stiller, dude? Dodgeball movie? Feels bad, man. I might be the only one that knows about that. Alright, so we're going to do this. And then we're going to move the pip into here. We're going to move more pips. There was a loose pip somewhere. Oh, he is right here. Nice. And Vince Vaughn, Mookie knows. If you guys want something hard to pronounce, try the poem called The Chaos. You're in for a treat. Okay, okay. I know that movie, but I can't remember the cast other than Ben Stiller. I think Ben Stiller was the main villain. And Vince Vaughn was the main character I think you followed. Cobra Kai is from Karate Kid. Ah, that's right, that's right. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. The 5 Ds of dodgeball, duck, dip, dodge, drop, dodge. Only way to do it. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. If you could dodge a car, you could dodge a ball. The logic was infallible, dude. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody. Not gonna lie, man. It was mad funny how they made Ben Stiller like 5 foot flat. He was mad short in that. I believe that was not his real height. Unless they just had like 6'10" guys stand next to him. Yes, he looked really short, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It was really impressive how short he was. Alright, we're gonna move the pips into the tree room. Because we need to start separating the critters. And then we could do a proper crab shack. Maybe start making sandwich shells. To be fair, Vince Vaughn is tall. Yeah, but it was not so much Vince Vaughn. The other characters on the Purple Cobras were mad big, like, athletes. They were just huge, dude. We got our hatches, boys. I think they're safe. Time to move the pips. I think I need to have a Sweeto Ranch. I think I need one. I think I remember watching the behind the scenes where they put him behind the other characters, camera angle to look down. Oh, wow. Really? So they wanted to make him look as small as possible, and that was actually part of the movie strat? That's kind of interesting, man. We didn't move the pit properly. What the hell? Where's the pit? Is there another critter drop-off? Y'all see the pit? Something's off. There's supposed to be 2 pips in this room. Oh, Uglarvis is doing it. Wait, hold up. He's shearing right now, okay. Like the Lord of the Ring hobbits. Dude, man. When they showed like the hobbits' feet and stuff from the Lord of the Rings, that shit was gross. That was one of the things I was like, oh man, these hobbits need to take a shower, man. Like, goddamn, they gotta wash the feet. I'm not gonna lie, man. Oh, there's the pip. He hasn't gotten moved yet. Is this not high priority? Is the shearing stations? They're only priority 5. That's really weird. I guess this is not considered high priority compared to the priority 9 critter drop-off. This has pips on it too? Yeah, that's really weird. No one wants to bag up the pip? Come on, man. We need to get to work. And he's free. God damn it. Wrangle him again. Alright, so all the hatches are there. Let's start setting up the rooms. We have a lot of plastic, I believe. So we need the plastic setup. I don't know if we're gonna put a bathroom in here for everyone's rooms. That's the one thing about that. I don't know if I'm gonna give everyone bathrooms. I wish we could copy layout as well. But we gotta start giving the people some rooms, some housing. So we gotta get it started. Finally gonna get started on the modular housing. Alright, alright. Gotta get the plastic. And guys, thank you guys for tuning in today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. Of course, if there's any questions you guys may have, feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer any and all the questions. If you're a newer player and need some help, I don't mind helping. So let me know if you guys need any help. Don't be shy, you guys. I got you guys. Alright, so we move the pip. Dude. Where's the pip? There it is. Oh, okay, finally. Okay, we can move both of these now. Alright, so with that, that should be most of the critters. I think anyone else we should let die. Let die. We should probably take them out. Should probably take them out. And then we will go for another rocket launch. Oh, it's nighttime for Mr. Gorbash. And it's going to go into bathroom time soon. So over here, we'll change the rocket control to here. We're already filled with CO2. We should be okay on the bathroom water. And let's let it begin. So we're not going to transition from mealwood yet. Even though we should. We have a lot of pickled meal lice, probably. 250k, yep. And the barbecue is also being stored on the infinite storage. Doing pretty good. It needs a little bit more time to deep freeze, but it's almost there. Not too worried about it. It'll freeze by the time it gets to low enough of a percentage. Now, from this point, we're doing more research. What else do we need to set up? Ah, so the wood's getting there. And the amount of ethanol is still being topped off, even though we have the rad bolts running. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, no one has data analysis researcher? Oh, no, Gorbash is in space. That's why. Okay, okay. 100 rad bolts, that's fine. I think we'll start turning this on. So this is all going to run now, which is fine. And the only thing we need to worry about is... Well, this is actually going to be okay. Never launched him? What do you mean he's launched? He's launched. He's in space. That lag. Does GameSpot take DVD and Blu-ray trade-ins? Oh, God. I don't know, man. That's a good question. GameSpot? DVD, Blu-ray trade-ins? You might give 50 cents for it. Dude, this game, the GameSpot we're talking about, right? Or is that a different entity than GameStop? Is it the same or is that a different entity? Best I could do is 27 cents. Oh, dude. I hated that shit. Y'all ever buy textbooks for college? That was one of the stupidest things, man. You buy a textbook, oh, this costs $200. And then it's like, whatever, I need it. This is required text, whatever. So you buy it. Go to class, you pass the class, and you're like, okay, I don't need this anymore. They're like, hey, we're buying back the books. And it's like, hey, that's this year's, text. And I was like, yeah, man, I want to sell it back. And then he's like, I could give you $20 for this. I was like, fuck, man, this is $200. Are you serious? And I was like, hey, man, I'm not going to sell it. I want to keep this as a memory. And he's like, yeah, whatever. I sold it on eBay, Craigslist, afterwards. I basically found that the easiest thing for you to do was you could just look up when that same class is going to start for the next quarter. And then, you just go there and be like, hey, man, I'm selling the textbook for this class. I bought it for last semester and I finished. And, I don't need it anymore. So I'll sell it to you guys for a little bit cheap. And they're like, oh, yeah, nice. That's better than me buying it from the bookstore, And then I make more money. Like, I don't make any money. I cut my losses a lot better. And, man, you got to do it. In the college, man. College life. You got to work a little bit extra. You had a professor buy 2 books that he wrote. I wonder if he gets commission. I got hella DVDs I don't even want anymore. It feels bad, man. Dude, start a G Money Smithsonian Museum of DVD collections. Have like every movie you have just right there. I have 2 natural gas geysers on my new playthrough. Nice. That's easy power. Easy power, Mainson. Utilize that. It's going to be hopefully easy time. But natural gas is pretty nice. You do have to deal with the carbon dioxide, but it's less than the petroleum. So it's not that bad. Did you keep any of your textbooks? I did. I have a small bookshelf that I have the bottom row be my textbooks. And it's not a lot of them. I have some of them. But I do have them, yes. And I was not able to sell all of them. It'd be like that, man. Sometimes it's hard to convince people because they think they're getting hustled. But I still have some of them, yes. Feels bad, man. It means I failed. I was not able to sell them. Man. Alright, so the pips are gone. I do have the chlorine canister filler right there. I guess we'll keep it. I'm waiting for this to deodorize, which I don't mind. It's going to take some time for this to off-gas. But with the oxygen level, it's probably not going to be anytime soon. I wasn't able to sell them. And then I was like, I didn't know what to do with them. At some point, I was thinking I should just drop them off at Goodwill. Like, whoever wants the books could just take it. But yeah, it's just sitting on my bookshelf right now. I should do something with them. Just kind of just keep it, you know, it's just taking up space. Alright, so he's out. We're chilling. Alright, so... There was liquid sulfur, right? Yes, okay, so I really want this geyser. And I think for us to get... Oh, you know what we should make? I should make a proper metal refinery setup. Instead of just utilizing all the water into it. I mean, for now, let's just dump all the water and utilize it. Because otherwise, I'm not going to have anything in my cooling loops. So let's just utilize that. But I think I should make a proper metal refinery setup with crude oil inside. The only thing is that I don't have enough crude oil yet. Oh, there's salt water in here. What the hell? Why is there salt water in there? It's not... You can't boil that. It doesn't get that hot. I guess that's fine. Salt water got pumped up. Alright, and we're still low on sand. Yep. It's never enough. Dude, man, I had this 99 how many times to get sandstone? Feels bad, man. Alright, so that's fine. Let's get rid of these mealwood. And I think we're going to make a small sweeto farm. The temperature here, I think it's okay for grub fruit. 15 to 50. Oh, that's amazing range. Yeah, we're on the colder side, but that's okay. I think that's okay. Actually, I should probably move it down a couple, like into this room. Yeah, I think it will make sense with that. So this is going to be... It's going to be a stable, although I'm going to be growing grub fruit in it, so that we could have the Sweetos evolve into grubs. Yeah. Guys, gotta run. It was nice hanging out. You all take care. Have a good one, Eric. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being part of the conversations. And it was good conversations today. Of course, hope you have a good rest of your week. And we'll see you next time, Mr. Eric. Hope you have a good one, though. Make sure to be safe out there. But we'll see you next time, dude. Have a good one. Alright. Gonna be upgrading some Sweetos over here. Moving the Sweetos into here. Start growing some grub fruit. I wonder if I should start limiting the farm. But it's like, I could kind of use this as a food source too by just growing grub fruit. Wouldn't be bad. I will get a little bit of sucrose from taming the Sweetos. You know what we should do? Let's set it up, but not actually feed them yet. So we'll put the farm tiles in, we'll set it up, but we won't actually groom them. We'll keep them wild. With the logic being that I want to tame the sulfur geyser first. And I know we're going to need some metals for that. So we're going to start setting this up. Let's start crushing some lime. Look at my eggshells. Move that storage. Polluted water's not doing anything. Making all these CO2. So the ethanol should be able to support the amount of power we're drawing and more. Because I don't think we're able to draw enough power yet. I also don't have enough sand for glass. Oh, that's what it was probably. I think that's what it was. I think we used the sand for glass. And I bodied myself. I think that's possible. I used up all my sand on that. Alright guys, guess who's here? Guess who's starving? This guy, my bad. Guess who's here, you guys? Mamba's here. He's napping again. Mamba's here. Mamba's here. Just napping on the beds and laying down. You know how he is. Cozy Mamba. I'm sorry that the blankets don't match the emote anymore. It's no longer wintertime. Slayer can't reach the toilet? That's... Oh, everyone's using it. That's why.